You ever just sit there and think about how these days you're just a pile of broken dreams and regret? Well, that's basically me right now. I did that for a little while, but nothing to worry about. I realized I forgot to update the information on here. Uh, so Layton and the I'm not doing Curious Village anymore. I forgot to update what I was playing on Twitch, so it would actually show what I'm playing. But yeah, apparently my regular can't make it because he's trapped in a blender. That is very sad. I am so sorry that you are trapped in a blender and cannot make it to my live stream tonight. I also went on here and I completely forgot that I set my I set my channel on Twitch to auto host. So yeah, I came on to my account to see it was hosting Peanut Butter Gamer playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. But if I'm honest, I haven't really played Animal Crossing. I played a bit of City Folk on the Wii, but I didn't really get that into it. I played it like a friend of mine brought his Wii to my house one time. I played a bit of it, didn't really care for it, and I've heard that that's not really that popular of an Animal Crossing game because like I hear it made some people lose interest in the series, and then people got interested again with New Leaf because it was actually a fresh take on the series or something like that. But I don't know much about Animal Crossing. I know more about Professor Layton, which is what I'm playing tonight. So if you remember last time, I finished Professor Layton and the Curious Village. And since I finished Professor Layton and the Curious Village, it is time to play the sequel, Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box. I just gotta open up Melon DS to continue. There it is. Gosh. So yeah, the main reason that there's this delay in the first place is because I had some battery issues, so that sucked. I mean, I technically could have played with it plugged into the wall, but the battery was just like so low that I didn't want to take any risks. And somebody I might have been a bit paranoid, a bit too paranoid about it. But oh well, that's just how things went down. Plus, it would give me some time to figure out what exactly is wrong with the battery. And still, I'm not exactly sure yet. I have yet to thoroughly examine it, but I know the problems with the battery itself because like when I first started having this issue, my laptop wasn't charging. I thought it might have been with like the charging port, but I realized that it's definitely the battery. And my laptop's doing this thing where it sometimes charges and it sometimes won't. Uh, it's pretty annoying, but I just gotta deal with it. So for the time being, I'm just gonna leave it plugged in most of the time, so that I don't worry too much about it. So here we are, Professor Layton, the Diabolical Box. There are plenty of improvements from this game and onward. I'm not sure if I'll need to turn the volume down a bit, but I'll do that just in case. Just in case this game's louder. I'm not sure. I've never really been the best at like judging audio levels and stuff. So we'll get started in a bit, and my cat's being annoying as hell. I love the little guy, but he can be such a turd. Well, might as well go and see if he wants in. Yeah, my cat's doing this whole let me in thing, but like I go to let him in and he just bolts. It's like, come on, if you want in, then let me let you in. Like, come on! I'm not gonna keep you locked outside forever. Alright, so time to type in my name, or technically I'm handwriting it. I think my cat's at the door again. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It takes two to three times for him to actually come in. He's a weird cat. Okay, this is a work of fiction. The characters, groups, and events portrayed within. Yeah,
There are tales of a box.
I was worried for a second.
Any who dare open it. Tell me, do you think those rumors could be true?
So last time it was robot people. Now it's a box that kills people. So yeah, we still have crappy quality cutscenes, but oh well, nothing we can really do about that.
Hey, look! There it is!
But hopefully the quality is a bit higher than Curious Village. For the most part. Seeing a bit of a better frame rate for the cutscenes. I mean, that's what Melon DS is showing me. Okay, now it's dropping as low. Okay, it just keeps going back and forth. Yeah, I'm trying to think of something interesting to say, but like, I got nothing right now. We have Layton and Luke on a train. And that's it. We're on a train.
Now, this is what I call deluxe. Just look at this room!
Yes, I can certainly see why some call the Momentary Express a cruise ship on rails.
This sofa's great!
Now, don't forget Luke.
Yeah, and like when I switch to other tabs, it kind of messes with the audio quality a bit. Don't really know why that is, but that's just how it is. But at least it plays DS games fine for the most part, so that's why I'm still using this rather than switching back to Desmium, because Desmium has random speed up and slow down crap, and I have no idea why. But Desmium's kind of been like, as far as I can tell, Desmium's been like abandoned. And Melon DS is a new one, and like I said before, I think it's from one of the developers that worked on Citra, the 3DS emulator. Yeah, we got pretty much most of the older consoles have emulators by this point. Uh, Even current gen's got some stuff. Like we got a Switch one in progress. I don't think we've made any progress on PS4. Like I don't think an actual PS4 one's been released. Not sure about that. I don't know much about like Xbox emulators though.
The Elysian
Um,
Box, anyway.
One thing I do find interesting though is how there doesn't seem to be.
Fishy to me.
Well, there is a Vita emulator. It's just really, really behind. It can't really do a whole lot. It's kind of interesting how the PS3 emulator seems to be miles ahead of the Vita emulator. It's like, I know of the PS3, the hardware was pretty foreign, so it made it hard to develop for, so I think it's kind of weird. PS3's, that the PS3's emulator is better. But, uh, but I don't really know if it was easy or hard to develop for the Vita. Okay, here we go. Prologue, the Elysian. So yeah, we don't call it Pandora's Box in the US release. We call it the Diabolical Box. To my dear friend Connor.
Rumored to kill anyone who opened it. At first, neither the professor nor I believed it. But all that changed with the arrival of a single letter.
Here we go. A few days earlier.
Luke, have a look here.
Oh, what's that, Professor?
Now, you should be able to tell immediately that the presentation has gone up a bit. We got Layton and Luke looking much better, and the UI looking freaking great too.
It's a letter from my dear friend and mentor, Dr. Andrew Schrader.
Is everything all right?
I hope so.
My dear Herschel, knowing you, I imagine you've already heard of the relic known as the Elysian Box. This strange antique is infamous for killing anyone who opens it. Truth be told, I'm a bit dubious of the box's murderous reputation, but you know how I am. Once something piques my interest, I simply must get to the bottom of it. That's why I'm pleased as punch to tell you that the elusive item is finally in my possession. What's more, I believe I'm on the cusp of unraveling a great mystery tied to this box. For the moment, let's just say I have a theory, though I haven't been able to prove it yet. Initially, it was my intention to finish my research before daring to open its lid. But I must confess that my curiosity is simply overpowering. In the unlikely event that anything should happen to me, please, finish the work I've started here. Your friend, Andrew Schrader.
According to the postmark, this letter was sent 2 days ago. We should go pay the doctor a visit.
Just 2 days ago?
I just can't shake
You haven't noticed it until now?
Something awful has happened.
I guess he might have been busy or something.
Well, your intuition's usually spot on. I say we head out right away.
Yeah, I tested like my whether or not my voice was like being overpowered by. I tested like my voice versus the audio with Curious Village. I didn't do that with Diabolical Box. I probably should have because I'm terrible at judging, audio levels, and I'm not sure if Diabolical. Some part of me is telling me Diabolical Box might actually be a bit louder, so I actually slid the volume down a bit. If somebody actually watched me, like, that would be a big help because they could tell me if I'm not being loud enough, but people tend to leave me alone, so I end up talking to myself. I don't know. I just think maybe I should start advertising myself more on, like, maybe start advertising on YouTube whenever I have a stream going up or something. Like that might be a good. But yeah, every now and then I do have somebody just come here for like a second. Like I don't need like the entire world watching me, but if there was like at least one person, I'd be fine. Like like those times I had at least one person, but I don't have at least one person. I wonder if does the Layton subreddit have anything against advertising? I don't see. They probably have rules somewhere. Uh, yeah, I'm thinking about posting here, but I don't know. Probably just go back to doing the doing the game and not worry about it. So yeah, I don't know, cause like all I'm doing right now is talking, but yeah, just felt like I heard something in my ear. I have no idea what it was. I'm not in a call or anything, so that's weird. Also, the fact that also, the fact that the Layton anime series isn't on any streaming service, it's one thing that the movie's not. It would be nice if the movie was on streaming services, so we could watch it legally. But, um, what am I thinking? But yeah, the anime series is just it hasn't even been localized or anything, so that really sucks. So yeah, I think I should just get back to it, really. Maybe just tweet out a reminder that I'm streaming. Just retweet my original tweet. Just reminder that I'm streaming the second Layton game. Wonder if my friend's Discord server would allow posting like live streams and stuff, but I don't know. I could probably ask him later because like I don't think now would be a good time. Now let's see. I'll probably say something about seems people are streaming on Twitch, so might as well make a post. I'm just say I'm currently streaming the Layton games on Diabolical. Just started Diabolical Box. If anybody's interested, they'll join. Okay. Yeah, another one of my friends can't make it, but he probably wouldn't have been that interested in the first place. But I think that's enough screwing around. So I should just get back to playing the game. So let's, okay, the Elysian Box is an antique said to bring death upon any who dare open its lid. According to rumors, the box has already claimed many lives and is feared in many parts of the world. Could this strange item truly exist? Luke, before we go, would you be so kind as to fetch my car keys? They're in one of the drawers on that desk. Sure thing, Professor. If there's something you wish to inspect, Luke, simply give it a tap. Luke must find the keys to the professor's car. Search by tapping on the desk drawers. Oh yeah, I think that reminds me. I think this is the only game in the series that has an unnamed narrator. Like in other games, or in the prequel trilogy, it's Emmy, who appears in the prequel trilogy. Oh, here we are, Professor! You got Layton's keys. You can find items you pick up in the professor's trunk. Okay, that's great. Many thanks, Luke. Now, let's get moving. You do know how to move about, don't you, Luke? I mean, yeah, I know how to walk. I mean, it's something I learned to do when I graduated from being a baby. You bet I do. Let's see, first off, I tap the shoe in the lower right corner. Then I just tap one of the little arrows that appear to move in that direction. That's exactly right. Anytime you want to move, start by giving the shoe icon a tap. Go on, try it out. Who knew the professor was such a pack rat? Wow, that's a lot of documents. Are there any hint coins in here, or do I... No, I think I gotta get the tutorial on hint coins before I can find any. There's gonna be somebody that gives a tutorial on them. That's the way, my boy. One can't investigate properly without first doing a little legwork, as they say. I couldn't agree more, Professor. Now, shall we head off? Alright, let's head on out. Luke, before we set out, it would be wise of us to confirm the location of the doctor's flat. During one of his visits some time ago, he was kind enough to leave me a map to his home. The map, as you can see, is a rather unusual piece of cartography. Look here, Luke. Oh, how clever! The map itself is a puzzle. Professor, do you mind if I take a crack at it? I just know I can solve this one. You know, I'm starting to wonder if I even took my allergy meds today, and I don't think I did. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna die without them, but still. I probably should have taken a pill, but I didn't. Okay, so here we go. This is the first puzzle in Diabolical Box. I actually think I spent quite a bit of time screwing around already, so I should probably focus on the game a bit more. In the map to Dr. Schrader's home, several pieces in the center have been cut out. Restore the map by inserting the missing pieces in the correct spots. Touch a piece of paper with your stylus to grab it, then slide your stylus to move the selected piece across the screen. You can't rotate the pieces. It may sound simple, but don't forget that you can move or remove pieces, including the one already in the middle of the map. Okay. So that looks like it goes there. That looks like I could probably remove it. That doesn't work. That doesn't work either. Neither does that. That might go there. That works, it looks like. Yeah, that fits there. Looks like that fits there. I think I've got it. This might be right.
Let's see if this works.
See, looks like I got the first puzzle.
Almost too easy.
Excellent work. Now hop to it. You've got to get to Dr. Schrader's apartment. Okay, I know about picarets. You earn them when you solve puzzles. You don't get as much when you mess up the puzzles, and then yeah. Yeah, I'm never perfect with these. I do mess up from time to time. Okay. And yeah, I need to try not to go silent for too long, so... like I said, I spent a bit too much time screwing around. Excellent. With our destination confirmed, we are ready to pay the doctor a visit. Come now. If I would have streamed yesterday, I would be further ahead. I probably wouldn't even be streaming tonight. I would have just waited until tomorrow to stream again, but because I missed yesterday, I'm doing it today, and I should be going again tomorrow unless something comes up. So this was supposed to be my first week with that schedule, and I've already messed it up because of certain circumstances getting in the way. I was thinking about like going to bed after I did the stream because like I've been having trouble getting up in the morning, but you know it doesn't matter when I go to bed. Nobody in my house really understands that because like I've tried going to bed early, and I've just ended up getting up later. It's weird how that works. Like, going to bed earlier, but it doesn't help me get up earlier. I just get up later. But I do have to worry about my exporting from Twitch to YouTube, which takes some time, so I gotta be up for that. Make sure it goes out, and then I usually go to bed after that's all done. Probably watch some anime while I wait. It's what I usually do. I do believe we found the doctor's building. But which flat is his? That, I'm afraid, I don't know. Oh yeah, the next puzzle that I have to do, it's a pretty weird one. I think it's one that it wants you to overthink it, but like, it's like more, it's kind of like it's supposed to be an easy puzzle, I think, but I think it wants you to overthink it. I don't think I've really messed it up before, but you never know, I might fuck it up tonight somehow. Thinking on it now, the letter I received did mention something about this place. Oh, and speaking of that puzzle, Dr. Schrader's window. Find Dr. Schrader's window from the details in this letter. In the morning, I often awaken to the sound of music drifting in from a nearby flat. Looking out, I spy a flag fluttering gently outside my window. Take a single sip of my tea and turn my attention to the morning sun. Not many flats in London have a view of the sunrise anymore, you know? Circle of view from which the doctor views the sunrise. Well, that there's a shirt, so it's not that. Yeah, I was gonna draw an X, but it's supposed. That one's below. These ones are below, so I'd say no. And you know, music's nearby, and this one's facing the sun, so I believe it's this one because he says he could see a flag. So let's see. It's not really. I don't think this was really much of a puzzle, but still, it's kind of. It can be a little frustrating. Because like, I remember getting to that for the first time, and I'm just like, oh, what? Unless I'm mistaken, I think we found the right flat. Now follow me, Luke. We're going up. Oh yeah. So I have no idea if I'm gonna do Miracle Mask right after Last Spectre, because 3DS emulation is not perfect right now, and DS emulation is much better at the moment. I could do some other DS games. Who knows? Maybe do some Ace Attorney or the Kyle Hyde games like Hotel Dusk. Kind of got an itch to play Hotel Dusk and stuff again at some point, so who knows? Maybe I'll do like Hotel Dusk before we get to at least Hotel Dusk before we get to Miracle Mask, but I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But I am considering going through that game at some point. So yeah. Oh, I nearly forgot. Before we leave, let's review how to use this trunk. To open the trunk, just tap the icon in the upper right corner of the screen. Okay. Just checking on my cat. He's doing okay. Inside, there's all sorts of helpful information filed away under different icons. Touch an icon to use it. And to save the progress we've made during our investigation, just tap the icon marked Save. This icon is the puzzle index. Tap it to view all the puzzles we've encountered thus far. Solved puzzles are marked with a check, and those we've yet to finish are blank. Puzzles we've already finished can be replayed by selecting them from the screen. Also, the index shows the locations of unsolved puzzles we've tried so that we may revisit them. Tap the journal icon to display my personal notes on key story events. I don't normally look at the journal. So, yeah. Did you find out who ate the sausage? Oh, so you're back! Yeah, it was one of the guys in the puzzle. You missed the whole thing about everybody in the village being robots. But we're on the second game now, and we're investigating a box rumored to kill anybody that opens it. So whenever you need to access the trunk, just give it a tap. You got stuck in traffic. You know, like, the thing is, that's pretty believable, but with you, like, I never know if it's like a true story or if you're just screwing around. Because, like, I know the two of us like to screw around. Oh, good lord, dude. Honestly, I hope I open it. Wait, what? Hello there, mister. Never seen you around here before. Want to hear something useful? Check it out. See that mailbox right over there? Try tapping on it, will ya? I like screwing. I hope you mean like using a screwdriver, that kind of screwing. You found a hint coin. And I like around. Screwing it around, I ship it. Screwing X around, I ship it. Brilliant, that's a hint coin you found there. Ever work a puzzle and get stuck? It's times like that when I bet you'd fancy a hint, yeah? Well, when that happens, you can trade in those shiny hint coins for hints. I don't think I use a single hint coin in my stream of in my stream of Curious Village. They're scattered all over the place, which means you should always be on the lookout for them. Tap on anything suspicious, okay? Well, you look pretty suspicious to me. Should I tap on you? Well, that's all I had to say. You take it easy, mister. Oh, the flowers are blooming. I wonder who takes care of them. This place is nice. I'd feel safe walking around here at night. Yeah. But I don't think I would. It's a pretty old building, but it looks sturdy enough. Come on, I want a hint coin. Yeah, I want a hint coin. There's a hint coin. I guess I'm gonna let my cat out. Garfield? Okay, we'll just let him out. Okay, now let's check what's in the area. There's no time right now to examine cleaning supplies. I'm just looking for hint coins that I may or may not actually use. Okay, let's just go in and see what happens. This is Dr. Schrader's flat, I'm sure of it. Andrew, are you home? It's Herschel. Herschel Layton. Sir, are you there? Doctor? I don't hear anyone in there, Professor. What if he's... There's no time for speculation now, Luke. We must get this door open immediately. It seems to be locked from the inside. But without a key, there's no way to get in. Ah, of course. In my haste, I forgot about these keys the doctor included in his letter. Quick, Professor, let me try them on the door. Huh? That's strange. It doesn't seem like any of these keys work on the lock. Luke, don't you see? Dr. Schrader has set before us yet another puzzle to solve. Which key opens the door? As you might expect, the key won't open the door if its shape won't let it pass through the keyhole. Use your stylus to fit keys to the lock. Examine each key carefully, and use your stylus to move the keys and find the one that fits into the lock. Oh yeah. I believe that I don't get penalized in this puzzle. These are weird keys from what I remember. There we go.
Here goes. That was almost too easy.
Okay. I don't normally... On that puzzle, I don't like, look at the keys and figure it out. I just keep guessing until I... I'm hearing some noise coming from upstairs. Hopefully it settles down up there. Oh no, he's dead.
True. How could this have happened?
It was because he was the one that ate the sausage, and now he's being punished for it.
This is terrible, Professor.
Yeah, I know. We can't throw the person that ate the sausage in prison because he's dead.
Do you suppose the Elysian
I'm kidding.
Box did this to Dr. Schrader when he tried to open it?
I honestly don't know, Luke.
Anybody that just comes into the Diabolical Box thing, they'll probably be like, Sausage, what's this guy talking about? So when does Phoenix show up? In the crossover. I'll get to streaming that eventually. I hope.
But that can wait. Right now, we need to notify the police.
Of course, Professor.
What do
we have here? It's a train ticket. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Is this the crossover? No. I just remembered something. For one of the puzzles in this game, I'm actually gonna have to go and grab the instruction manual. Yeah, I find it pretty interesting how there's a puzzle that requires the instruction manual, so I'm kind of glad that I got the Layton games with their cases.
Now, this
So yeah.
is strange. Look, there's no destination written on this ticket. Have you ever ever seen a train ticket that didn't say where it was taking you?
Yes, very strange indeed.
Alright, the next mystery is the train ticket. Single ticket with no visible destination. A single ticket with no visible destination was discovered in Dr. Schrader's home. It appears to be for the Military Express. But where exactly is it supposed to take its owner? I think Luke looks kind of sus to me. I think he's the boss. Who knows? We're at the beginning of the game. All sorts of things could happen. Yeah, I'm still hearing some noise upstairs. Seems my sisters are making some noise. Honestly, I hope that one of these days I can make some progress in real life so that I could actually move out of this damn place. Nice, because, like, I get tired of being useless every now and then. Oh yeah, and this time, it's the real Inspector Chelmy. The one we saw last time was an imposter.
Hey, it's you!
Well, Inspector Chelmy's the name. You two found the body, did you?
Yeah, because Wikipedia has all the answers, obviously.
No, Luke. Let him go. Luke, stop that. Listen here.
Oh, his face really stretches, doesn't it?
His face doesn't come off. He's the real deal.
Yeah, sure, I see. Told you, Lucas says. Yeah, you tried to murder a detective. SMH!
What in the blazes? That's my face, not some piece of taffy.
I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't mean it. I was sure we had another imposter on our hands.
What in the world is this child talking about? I swear.
Yeah, I know, Luke is a very, very bad boy, isn't he? He needs to go to his room, sit in the corner, think about what he's done.
My apologies for the confusion. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Herschel Layton. I'm a professor of archaeology at Gressenheller University.
And I'm his apprentice, Luke.
Interesting. So if I understand correctly, you keep a child around as an apprentice, do you?
So, this line usually sticks out to me, like, I feel like, he's supposed to be implying something really bad here. But then he just proceeds to brush it off.
In truth,
Professor Layton's apprentice, like I said.
With a puzzle. He needs to punish him with a puzzle that'll never solve.
well, it's really none of my concern. I have a crime scene that needs my attention. Clear a path, will you? But of course. Luke, not a word about that ticket to the authorities, all right?
And now the professor is going to break the law by concealing evidence.
You got it, Professor.
Yes, let's see. What do we have here? A murder? Or was the crime self-inflicted? Inspector, I should tell you that the door was locked before Luke and I came in. I see. So this door, the sole entry point in and out of this 8th floor flat, was shut tight.
Well, yeah. Also, I should probably point out
The doctor was holed up
that during voiced parts, sometimes I'll talk over them, but I usually just let them play out so that you can hear the voices going, because, there's no point in me, like, reading what's being said if it's being voiced already. Luke tried ripping off your face. Yeah, sir, he sure did.
That being the case, yes, I'm sure of it. The old gent must have suffered a heart attack.
What? How did you come to that conclusion, sir?
Use your noodle, laddie. What other explanation could there be? It's true that the flat is on the 8th floor and that the door was locked, Inspector. Still, I'd hesitate to say that this room was completely closed off from the outside. Is that so? Please elaborate. Isn't it obvious? There's something quite unusual about our crime scene that's been overlooked. Eh? It's as plain as the nose on your face, Inspector.
Obvious. Luke has a toughness. I was just gonna say Luke scared him to death, and that gave him a heart attack. But that works too.
Fair. I suppose you academics think your fancy degrees prepare you to play detective, eh?
Now I'm thinking about that Amazing World of Gumball episode with the love note, or whatever it's called. But that notebook Sarah writes her fan fictions in, and it all comes true and makes fun of DeviantArt and shit. It was a great episode.
I tell you, nowadays, it seems like everybody and their mum thinks they can do my job. Now, as I was saying, the cause of death was heart failure, plain and simple. And there's what...
That's the face of a murderer right there. Well, you're kind of as bad as an Ace Attorney detective. Are you sure, like... You're acting like you belong in Ace Attorney right there.
I reckon that ugly mug will give anyone nightmares. Yet, the old fellow turned on a light, took one look at the beast, and then keeled right over.
But this is the doctor's own home. Why would the bones he put up himself scare him?
People have a way of becoming forgetful with age. Not that you'd understand, boy.
Well,
I'm only 21 and I forget shit all the time.
I don't understand it at all.
Mr. Layton, was it? No? Ah, yes, Layton. Mr. Layton, what do you think? The scenario you paint certainly isn't out of the realm of possibility. But, considering the lights were off when we entered the room, I don't think we've found our answer yet. Oh, really? Furthermore, look around you, Inspector. Doesn't anything strike you as odd?
Okay, so the next puzzle should be pretty easy from what I remember.
Study your surroundings, Luke. I'm sure you can see it too.
Yeah, speaking of forgetting shit, like, in my house, my mom's the only one that doesn't get in trouble for forgetting shit. Anyone else does it, we don't hear the end of it. Pisses me the fuck off. Alright, so now we gotta look around the room. With its windows opening out into thin air 8 stories up and its door securely bolted, you might think that this room is inaccessible from the outside. However, a single unusual detail reveals the truth of what went on here. 30 Pikachus. Your job is to look around the room by tapping the arrows and find this detail. Once you've got it, circle the area with your stylus, and should submit. Do you have your answer? Make sure to circle only one object when you make your answer. And what do you know? The answer's right there.
Here goes. Piece of cake.
How could you trash the room while we weren't... How could you trash the room while we... How could you trash... Looking, Luke. God, I can't fucking speak half the time.
Of course. This window is missing a curtain.
So it is. But what exactly does this have to do with my crime scene?
Someone exited the building through this window, and I'll bet he's our culprit.
Either Luke set that up or he has an accomplice.
I'd say that's a sound theory. Well done, my boy. Oh, yes. Sound as a pound. I was just about to propose the same idea myself.
Liar!
Shh, Luke, listen. I don't believe our friend the Inspector will be of much help to us. What say you and I conduct a little investigation of our own?
Oh yeah, this...
There's something in Dr. Schrader's hand.
There seems to be a lot more voice acting in this game than in Curious Village. I could pretty much read most of the a lot more of the lines out loud, but it seems like there won't be as much I'll have to read out loud. But then again, second game and onward are longer than the first game.
It's an old photograph, but it's been torn into so many pieces.
So not only are they concealing evidence, they're tampering with evidence. Those are crimes, Herschel. Torn photo. Torn fragments of a photograph were found in the late doctor's hand. In its current state, it's impossible to make out the contents of the photo. What?
Hey, what's the big idea? You can't just pour evidence in a crime scene. Get your hands off that.
And they get kicked out for it.
Not that it matters.
His name is Hershey.
With the both of you.
No, that reminds me, Layton's voice actor held a panel where he asked fans to write down stuff that they wanted him to say, and he said all kinds of interesting stuff, and he joked about Layton having a brother named Hershey Layton. Also, one of the lines he read was Professor Layton confirmed for Smash, and he said that if anybody asked you who confirmed it, you just say Professor Layton confirmed it. Still no Layton in Smash, though. I wish he was there along with Phoenix Wright. They don't even have to be fighters. Just give them some form of representation in Smash and I'll be happy, alright?
But we're not done!
Civilians can't exactly investigate crime scenes, guys. Dr. Schrader indicated that he was in possession of the Elysian Box. Luke should be in Smash since he is the murderer. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. Yet there was nothing resembling such an artifact in his home. Do you think the person who did this to him was after the box? It's an interesting theory, but for the moment, that's all it is. However, it's my belief that we hold a clue to understanding today's events, namely that ticket. The Military Express ticket, right, Professor? Correct, Luke. I believe that a trip aboard the Military Express is in order. Okay, that should be the prologue. Right about there. Somebody managed to steal the Elysian Box from Dr. Schrader's home without leaving behind a single implicating clue. Who could have made off with the box? Your mom. You suspect we'll find the key to unlocking this mystery on the train? Dr. Schrader did his best to point us toward the Military Express, should something happen. Sure as fog on a London morning, I know this train will lead us to the answers we seek.
Professor Layton and Luke sped away from the city.
More crappy DS quality cutscene.
Secrets that awaited them down those iron tracks.
Yeah, this game was a Christmas present a few years back. Along with the third game. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Honestly, I might even say it would be my favorite among the original, even more than Unwound Future. As good as Unwound Future is. Unwound Future is definitely a highlight of the series, but I don't know. Time travel's kind of cliched at this point. Gosh, look at this place, Professor. It's so posh. I feel like I should be wearing a monocle. Haha, quite so, Luke. Every decoration and detail in this room is more decadent than the last. And that reminds me, my brother and I, we used to just watch playthroughs of series like Ace Attorney, Professor Layton. Well, mainly those two, before playing the games. And I did that with most of the Layton games. Mystery Journey is the first one I went into completely blind. But the rest, we kind of just watched playthroughs of. Yeah, I enjoyed watching the playthroughs as well as playing them myself. Haha, quite so, Luke. I already read that line. I'd wager the rest of the train is just as grand. How would you like to go exploring for a bit? Oh, this puzzle's kind of annoying. Look at that, Luke. Your bag is wide open and your belongings are scattered everywhere. Oops. I guess they are. Do you know which Phoenix Wright game it was? Because, like, I pretty much watched through, Super Genius. Well, that tells me which Let's Player. I was asking if you knew which game. Does well, I remember when Super Genius was playing Ace Attorney. I remember it being the first game. I don't know if he's done the other ones. Because, like, I know Nintendo Capri Sun did pretty much all of them. He continued playing. He picked up where Super Genius left off in the first game because Super Genius just stopped playing. He didn't do a full playthrough of the first game, but like Super Genius it ended up doing. Uh, his channel is dead, lol. Oh, Super Genius channel is dead? Huh. Weird. But like Nintendo Capri Sun went on to play a lot of the games. I don't think much people pay as I don't think too many people pay much attention to Nintendo Capri Sun these days though. I mean, I'm not one for watching Let's Plays myself for the most part. Oh yeah, that sucks. Yeah, some YouTubers that I used to watch, they kind of like just disappear and then they suddenly post again, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, honestly, Donna Bells, I thought her channel was pretty much dead, but no, she's currently playing the latest Layton game on the Switch. Man, I used to be pretty into Let's Plays. Oops, I guess they are. You should put your things away before we walk around the train. I don't do a whole lot for vlogs, but you know, I did watch some YouTuber vlogs a while back. Luke's belongings are all over the place and need to be packed away in his trunk. Use your stylus to move individual objects into the trunk and make sure none of them overlap. When you think everything has been placed neatly into the trunk, tap submit. Yeah, these days I tend to watch more scripted videos, which is why I like Scott the Woz. Plus, like his style of humor, I feel like it's kind of my style of. I feel like Scott kind of has my style of humor, so that's part of why I like him. But like I still watch some of the other reviewers I used to watch, like Peanut Butter Gamer, JonTron. Although JonTron doesn't really review games anymore, he talks about other stuff. Still think John's doing great though. I loved his flex tape stuff. This puzzle. Yeah, I always remember this puzzle being annoying as heck. Looks like the other guy that was here left. I'm gonna go get some. I'm gonna refill my water bottle. Okay, now I'm back, and... Oh shit, I forgot about this. Yeah, like, I can literally never remember where any of this shit's supposed to go. Always have a hard time with this one. Okay. Where'd the book go? Oh, there it is. Kind of just buried the book. Okay, this, I think that goes up there. Here we go.
Let's see if this works. Piece of cake.
Oh yeah, and I did watch some YouTubers today. I rewatched some of Scott's videos. Watched Antude's review of Chibi Robo and Nitrorad's video on Animal Crossing. I can't really say much for Animal Crossing myself because I've only played City Folk, didn't really care that much for it, and I hear that that's not even the best one in the series, so... out of all the Animal Crossing games I've played, I seem to have played the least favorite of everyone's. Woo, it was a tight squeeze, but everything's finally packed away. A bit of planning will prevent this type of scrambling in the future. You're right, and I do feel better with everything put away. Come on, Professor, let's look around some more. Okay. Shit, another puzzle already. Oh yeah, one thing I should say, you've probably noticed it already, but the exclamation point only appears when you trigger a puzzle now. So, when you click on something, you'll know if you've triggered a puzzle. Oh, ew, the professor's sugar is covered with ants. She's what? Oh, that sounded like a girl. He feels better, which means his killing urge has gone away. Oh, thank God. I was worried for our poor professor here for a second. Oh dear, I'll have to remember to get sugar for my tea elsewhere. Curious though, isn't it? How did they get here? Oh yeah, I should probably ask. Perhaps this puzzle will shed some light on things. You looking forward to Dr. Stone Season 2? Just eat the ants. Busy ants work tirelessly, carrying food back to their nest. One day, one such ant was returning with food when he bumped into an acquaintance in front of the nest. Whoa there, doofus. Don't you know that you took the longest path possible to the nest? Think about where you're going, man. Knowing that the ant never traveled the same area twice, can you trace the path he walked to get to the nest? Yeah, also, like... Yeah, I'm looking forward to Stone Wars as well, but, apparently Dr. Stone is an isekai, and I've been trying to wrap my head around that. Like, they don't even end up in another world. Like, they're in the same world. Does it count as an isekai because it's like they're in another world? But if they're not actually in another world, then that would make it not an isekai, wouldn't it? Like, or maybe I just don't know how this shit works. And while I'm on the subject of isekai, there was Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun. When I started watching that, it didn't occur to me that that was an isekai. Perhaps World Reset's pretty much what it is. Because, like, Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun, I think it's kind of because of the setting. It's not in a fantasy setting, so I didn't think it was an isekai. At first, and then, like, when I'm in the middle of watching it one night, I'm like, oh shit, this is an isekai, isn't it? And then, there are some other isekai that I've started watching, recently. There's, My Next Life as a Villainess. The only thing really different about that would be, It's another sucked into a video game isekai, but instead of it being an MMO, it's a dating simulator, so... That's really the only thing that stands out about it, but I think it's pretty entertaining so far. And then, Ascendance of a Bookworm is in its second season. It's also a fantasy setting, but it's different in how it's not actually an adventure this time around. Yeah, but, you know, when I watch isekai, I don't hate the shows that I watch, and sometimes I feel like I'm the only person that doesn't dislike isekai. But yeah. You've got it, my boy. While I'm no fan of ants in my sugar, you have to admire their craftiness and work ethic. Maybe they're working so hard because even the sugar on the Military Express is extra fancy. Haha, perhaps. I must admit, it is a compelling motive. Also, since I'm talking about anime, I'm gonna complain about Toonami a bit. Like, the thing is, like, I don't have cable, so I can't watch stuff as it airs right now, so I have to wait until episodes open up for people that don't have cable on the app or the websites, and But so that's how I watch the stuff. But I'm a bit confused as to what the rules are for when they play the full openings and when they don't, because I thought I had it figured out, because like I thought it was the first time an opening was used in a show, it would play the full one, and then after that it would just switch to a short one. But you know, and then at other points it would just depend on the time slot. But My Hero Academia completely contradicted that, because when Season 4 switched to the second opening, it used the short version, and I was like, what the fuck? Doesn't it usually play the full version before it switches to the short one? And then I remember, when I started watching Season 4 through Toonami, it used the short opening at first, and then it used the normal-sized one for the rest of the first half of Season 4. But yeah, also, Season 4 has been pretty damn interesting so far. Okay. I'm awfully surprised that a train as luxe as this one would have an insect problem. Oh shit, that was Layton's line, not Luke's. What am I thinking? Remember, Luke, we're here to find the Elysian Box, so don't get sidetracked. Well, it looks like I only have somewhere around an hour left. Probably go a bit longer, because I didn't get started playing the game right away. You don't have to tell me twice. Now, why don't we start our search by investigating the train? The professor and Luke decide to explore the Voluntary Express. I just came out of there, shit. The thing about cable is it's not really up to me, so I can't go and buy cable. I hear the rooms in front of the train are so super fancy that the doorknobs are made of gold. But no one's allowed in except for really rich people. So, misters, are you really rich? Because if you are, you can go see the super duper fancy rooms. She did it. Super duper fancy rooms, eh? That none but the extremely wealthy can enter. If our young friend here is correctly informed, there must be a set of deluxe rooms in the next car. Oh, I sure like to see those. I bet they're utterly fantastic. Well, we can't go in, but we can take a sheet at the sausage. You're still hung up on the sausage after all this time? I bet the deluxe rooms make our room look like a freight car. Hold it right there, man. Sammy Thunder says entrance to that car is for VIPs only, capiche? Now, I know you'd like to sneak a peek, but the whole car's booked, so that's a no-go. I bet the kind of person who can rent out the whole car must be some kind of super tycoon. Indeed. I wonder what it must be like to have that much room to yourself on a train of this caliber. Well, for now, I suppose you'll just have to keep wondering, eh, Professor? Ha 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 ha. Well, time to explore the rest of the train.
Yes, I suppose his accommodation will do. I do hope my darling boy will be pleased. That reminds me, I believe it's dinner time for my sweet baby. I'm off to visit the dining car.
Gosh, that lady was just the type I'd expect to see on the Voluntary Express. Talk about rich and fancy. Quite. This train is full of many well-heeled patrons like the woman we just met. We must watch our deeds and words here. A formal setting demands formal manners, wouldn't you say? Absolutely, Professor. Okay. Wanted a hint coin. There we go. There's a hint coin. Let's go in here. There's no one in here. And it looks like I'm doing another puzzle. Just look at the craftsmanship on this picture, Luke. I'm almost certain it was hand-blown. Who knew that something as ordinary as a picture could be so fancy? What could be more relaxing than sitting in your suite with a cold beverage and watching the sunset? Ah, and speaking of beverages, or in this case, deadly beverages, have I got a puzzle for you? Oh god. Let me at it, Professor. I am not confident about this one. Pitchers and poison, huh? Let's see. Two men, known here as 1 and 2, are playing a strange game. First, both men put their empty pitchers on the table. Next, a judge brings a pitcher filled with purple poison and places it in either spot A or spot B. The judge then starts shifting the poison from one pitcher to any adjacent pitcher over and over again. After moving the liquid 55 times, the owner of the poison-filled pitcher must drink its contents. If you were the judge and secretly wanted one to win, would you place the poison-filled pitcher down in spot A or spot B? I'm not sure. I have to think about that for a bit. And I think it's B.
Here goes.
Yeah. Honestly, though, there's actually plenty of stuff. There's actually plenty of anime coming out this year that I'm looking forward to. Of course, with what's been going on with the world, there have been some delays. So unfortunately, we have to wait a bit longer for season 2 of Breeze Zero. Certain Scientific Railgun Tea, it's already airing. I'm not going to watch it yet, but there have been some delays with that show as well. Fruits Basket, I'm going to watch it sometime after it finishes airing. Probably going to watch the dub like I did with season 1. And yeah, kind of interesting, Fruits Basket getting a reboot after all these years. Certainly is nice to see how it's actually concluding. Watch it now. Like right now. If only all the episodes were available. Because like there are plenty of shows I start watching and not all the episodes are out. And then I'm like, but I want to watch more. And then there are the shows that I finish and then I'm just like, I want more of this show. When can it come back? Like, I mean, I'd be really happy if there was an announcement for Hitori Bochi Season 2 by a Time Machine. I want a Season 2 of Hitori Bochi. And then there's also School Babysitters. I would love a Season 2, but I would be happy just to get an English dub of that. Konosuba getting a Season 3, that would be nice. It literally just got a movie, so anything's possible. And I watched the movie, and it was great. Bit of a slow start, but overall, it was a great movie. Speaking of movies, still need to watch My Hero Academia ones. Have not gotten around to watching them. I don't know if the second My Hero Academia movie is out yet. Not sure. I know I need to watch the first one at some point, but haven't really had the opportunity to yet. Excellent work. Now let's press on. We mustn't stand around all day. It's always nice to have light around. Handmade items are such a luxury. Okay, I'm not finding any hint coins. Did I just do something I wasn't supposed to? Okay, let me see. Okay, I thought I messed up the screen. Thought I messed it up for a second. Whew. Hope I don't spill food. The tablecloth is spotless. Wow, just look at all the stuff there is to eat. Yes, it seems that the Momentary Express is a first-class operation, right down to the kitchen. Oh my, passengers are in the kitchen. I'm sorry, but we just can't have that. Wearing those dirty clothes of yours in here could earn me a health code violation, you know? I'll have you know there's nothing at all dirty about our clothes, sir. Say what you like, Short Stack, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm running a kitchen here. Did you stop to think about what could happen if icky outside germs made it in here because of you? I see your point. Terribly sorry for the intrusion and any worry it may have caused you, sir. Oh, alright, I'm sorry too, sir. Wait, what's that? Professor, look here! Looks like our friend the cook has been keeping a pet in the kitchen. And to think, he was lecturing us about germs. Oh boy, I guess the cat's out of the bag now. Or the hamster, as I should say. Believe me, I know it's not okay to keep a pet in the kitchen. But, well, he's my only friend, see? Furry or not, he's the only rodent I've got to talk to here. My, he certainly is generously proportioned, isn't he? You said he's a hamster, yes? I That's right, a hamster, the noblest member of the animal kingdom. See, when I first started working here, I needed someone to keep me company, so I bought him. Thing is, I feed him all the table scraps we take back, which makes him for a diet that's a bit, rich. He's really put on the pounds, and if he doesn't get in shape, it could really be bad for his health. The poor little guy. That's why I want to ask something of you, boy. Would you mind holding on to my friend for a little while? When he's here with me, I can't help but feed him, but those scraps of pastry and pasta add up. So you're saying you want us to hold on to him and help him shape up? Sounds like a great idea to me. What do you think, Professor? Can we please keep him for a little while? Well, I do believe that helping those in need, rodent or not, is the duty of every gentleman. We'd be happy to take customer of this hamster for the time being. Oh, thank you so much. Hearing that is a real load off my shoulders. That reminds me, what should I name this hamster? Hamster name's been added to the trunk. Because, like, I have a habit of coming up with stupid names from time to time. And I still remember I played a Pokemon game. It was Pokemon Yellow. And when I got my Pikachu, I named it Sexy. Because, like, at the time, that was, like, the funniest word to me. And I just thought it was so funny, like, whenever I sent the Pikachu out and the game would just say, "Go Sexy." It was just hilarious to me. Oh, and one more thing. Since we won't be seeing each other for a while, please give him this apple, will you? He loves them so. Oh, I'm gonna miss my little guy. Please take good care of him. Don't worry, he's in good hands. But yeah, I went on to give my Pokemon pretty retarded names when I borrowed the games from friends. Like, I remember my Cyndaquil, I named it Banana. Like, I just named them after, like, random things. And then I remember in Fire Red, like, I continued doing that. But then after a while, I decided to change the names because I believe there was a way to change their names in that one. So I changed their names to, like, YouTubers after that because that was, like, my Let's Play period. As for the hamster's name, I can name it Penis if I want. But I've already named the hamster Dick in a previous playthrough. I wonder, what's the best name that I could give the hamster? No, I got it. I will name... He's fat, so obviously his name gets to be Chungus. Luke has named his new hamster friend Chungus. Okay, little guy, from now on, anywhere I go, you'll go too. I don't know if I could squeak very well. Haha, it appears that your special talent with animals has earned you a new friend, Luke. I think so too, Professor. It was like, I remember when I was doing Curious Village and I was trying to do those eating noises with that one guy. I bet that sounded awkward as hell. Okay. But these veggies came straight from the farm. Probably a hint coin or two in here. Unlike the rest of the train, it's kind of dim and dreary in here. I know if I talk to him, I'll get a puzzle, so... I don't want a puzzle, so... Fresh baked bread smells so good. Yes, sure. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's talk to this guy. I'm dreadfully sorry, sir, but I'm afraid all the seats in our fine establishment are taken right now. What a pity. Indeed it is, sir. But while you wait for a table, may I interest you in a puzzle? For a couple... Damn it, I just spit on my laptop screen again. God, like, I have a nasty habit of doing that. Oh well. Four couples sit elbow to elbow in a crowded dining car. All diners are sitting next to or across from their partners. The Joneses are sitting by the aisle. The mustachioed Mr. O'Connor sits beside his wife. Mr. Lambert sits across from his wife. Using this information above, can you determine where Mrs. Hadley is sitting? Circle her and touch submit. Well, obviously, you can rule out the men because we're looking for Mrs. Hadley, or is it Hadley? Yeah, one of those two pronunciations is correct. I don't even care which one's the correct one, though. So let's see. And here we go.
This should do the trick. And there we have it.
Oh, and you know, like being at home, like with my sisters being home from school all the time, kind of annoying. I mean, I have to help them with their homework, have to help them with math. Since apparently I understand math better than anyone in my house right now, even though it's been a few years since I've been in high school. Sometimes I wish I could still be in high school, since those were simpler days. You know, I still remember it was my senior year that I met that I met a lot of the anime food squad. Yep, and then I ended up graduating from high school, and then honestly, everything's been downhill from there, unfortunately. As much as I hope things will get better, they certainly don't. That's exactly right, sirs. They say that nothing whets the appetite like a hearty puzzle. You're telling me puzzles are edible? Oh, it appears the table has just opened up. Allow me just a moment to tidy it up, and then I will be happy to escort you to your seats. Great, I'm starving. Oh, good, our table is finally ready. We'll just be taking our seats then. Madam, please wait a moment. You see, these passengers have been here much longer. Nonsense! We'll not hear another word of this. You take these people before us? We are insulted! Bitch. I do apologize, madam. It's simply that these gentlemen arrived before you. We will not be kept waiting, do you understand? Not a single second. Some people are just rude as hell. Now, out of our way. Luke is starving for blood. Luke is a vampire now? Madam. So what is this? Twilight Professor Layton edition? Just with the vampires, though? Talk about pushy. Yeah, some people out there are pretty damn unreasonable. He needs to calm his bloodlust. Yeah, that reminds me, in Danganronpa, one of the cases, somebody writes down bloodlust, the crime scene, and somebody misreads it as boob lust. I do apologize, sirs. There's a lovely observation deck on the last car of the train. May I suggest you spend a few minutes there while we prepare a new table for you? I could stream Danganronpa at some point, because, like, I tried to at one point, then I lost interest. I might try again, but, like, it happened during a bad point in my life, and, you know, my dad's was kind of a dick about the whole idea of streaming, like, because, like, the thing is, stuff like this, the stuff that I do on the internet, the stuff that I watch people do on the internet, my dad thinks it's all dumb and stupid, and, that's pretty redundant to word it that way, but he just thinks all this shit's stupid, and it pisses me off. I mean, yeah, certainly not getting me anywhere in life, but not at the moment, anyways, but going out in public's not getting me anywhere either, so I can't really win no matter what I do right now. No need for apologies, my good man. Your job is not an easy one. We'll go see the deck and return in a bit. Alright, let's head toward the back. Looks like no one's in here right now. You wandered in someone else's room earlier. Let's check back later. Just find hint coins. Welcome aboard, sirs. May I interest you in a refreshing beverage or a scrumptious snack? Thank you, but I don't think we need any snacks right now. Of course you don't. And I put on my best smile for nothing. Since we've got this ritzy dining car on board, most people get their chow there. With competition like that, it's hard to sell even a cup of tea. I'm so bored. I've got a while until my shift ends, so help me pass the time with this puzzle, would you? Pancake stack. Now here's a tasty puzzle for you. Your task is to take that big stack of pancakes on the left plate, move them to the plate on the far right. In doing so, however, you need to follow these rules. You can only move one pancake at a time. Pancake can never rest on another pancake smaller than itself. Feel free to shift things around as much as you like. And to use the middle plate in completing the puzzle. Not sure how few moves this can be solved in, but looks like I don't need that. This one looks like I'm almost done. Here we go.
Just leave it to me. Layton's apprentice strikes again.
Oh yeah, but it's pretty like the first few Layton games take place on the touchscreen, but like they switch to the top screen, the 3DS ones, because bottom screen on the 3DS can't display 3D. That's why they did that change. But I find it weird that they didn't give you the option to use button controls in most of the 3DS Layton games, the crossover being the only exception. But the rest of the 3DS Layton games, you're required to use the touchscreen still, which is very odd that they don't give you the option to use button controls for the rest of the 3DS Layton games. I've never understood that. And like, the sixth and 7th game came out after the crossover, so it's even more odd why they don't have button controls. Whoa, check out the brain on you, kiddo. So, listen, our next stop is this dinky little 2-cow village called Dropstone, right? There's like nothing there. I sure wish we could stop somewhere more exciting for a change. But I guess that's working a job for you. Sometimes you just have to deal with crippling boredom. Meanwhile, I'm dealing with crippling depression. Somebody fucking tell me. Okay. Let's move on. Anybody in here? Okay, it looks like Granny Riddleton will be in here. So, I'll head on out. I don't need to worry about this place then. My, what a lovely deck. Wow, this is the best. This breeze feels great. Indeed, and the scenery is simply breathtaking. Look, Luke, you can see a lake over there. The sky is so blue, and just look at those trees fly by. Now that's what I call a view. It is quite amazing, Luke. Goodness, all this talk of pristine scenery reminded me of the puzzle I heard once. Why don't you try it? Okay, the forest below contains 4 different types of trees. Use your stylus to draw dividers in the forest so that you form 4 different sections. Each section should contain one of each type of tree, and all the trees must be connected either horizontally or vertically, but not diagonally. When you have your answer, touch submit, so it won't even let you go diagonally in the first place. So what you want to do is get one of each tree. It seems simple enough at first, but then it gets kind of difficult. Yeah, it looks like I got it wrong already. Let's see. Is this right? I think that might be right.
Let's see if this works.
Yep, I did it.
That was almost too easy.
Alright, now let's see what's next. That's exactly it. Well done. Well, did you expect anything less, Professor? Wow, it feels so nice out here. I almost forgot we're supposed to be searching for the Elysian Box. I can't say I blame you, Luke, but that box led the Doctor to his death. Come what may, I will solve this mystery. Of course. I think we finally have a good grasp of this train's layout. I think it's high time we began a proper investigation. Okay, Professor, let's get to it. The Professor and Luke decide to continue their investigation. The box, aka Luke. Hey, who threw this piece of crap on the floor? Look at that, someone's left rubbish on the deck here. Can you believe that? Some people have the worst manners. Listen here, Luke. A true gentleman cleans up after himself, and others, should the need arise. I mean, yeah, if you're changing diapers or something, at that point you're gonna have to clean up after others. And, you know, babies sure as hell don't clean up after themselves. What do you say we take care of this mess? Oh, no. Put that garbage into the trash can where it belongs. Using your stylus, move the blocks obstructing your path. Slide the clump of garbage all the way into the can at the bottom of the screen. Okay, this puzzle gives me hell. Yeah, at that point I can't move anything, so what the hell? What do I do? Shit. This isn't quite right either. Fuck. Oh, Lord. Moving puzzles where you just move blocks, those could be pretty damn annoying. Sometimes I don't mind them, but other times they're just a headache the rest of the time. Okay, let's see what happens if I just put the whole thing in there. I should be able to do that. Also, you may have noticed the puzzle theme in this game is literally just, it's literally just the puzzle theme from the first game. Of course, there are some differences. For example, it's, there are a few extra notes in this version. Plus, if you've got headphones in, you'll hear a bit of drums in the background that were absent from the original version. I can't get the trash in like that. Fuck. Okay, I can get this block all the way up there. Fuck, I'm so close, damn it! Son of a bitch. Oh no, I think I got it. Come on. I got it! Oh my god. Oh.
Huh. Wonderful.
I was afraid I was going to start pulling my hair out. Alright, I took care of the trash. There! Now there's no trash cluttering up that amazing view. Wonderful, isn't it? Keeping a place neat really brightens it up. Alright. I'm just gonna make a little backup save right now. Okay, so I've been going for just an hour and 17 minutes, huh? Well, I probably won't go for too long after 10 o'clock, but still, I'd say I have at least a half hour left.
There's nothing like travel by rail to put a spring in your step.
I couldn't agree more. And there's no better way to do it than on a train as fine as yours, Mr. Beluga.
So you know my name, do you?
But of course, this train and its owner have quite a reputation in London. I've seen your face in the papers more than a few times.
Oh, is that so now? I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't say I know you as well as you seem to know me.
The name is Herschel Layton. I'm a professor of archaeology by trade, but a train enthusiast on the side. I've heard tales of this train's grandeur, so I decided it was time to experience it.
You know, when I was a kid, I actually used to love trains, but then I got to high school and they kept getting in my fucking way. So I hate them now, because they'd always block my path when I needed to get to school. It was so freaking annoying. And like half the time, like, it would be blocking both intersections that one of the two intersections that I'd used as cross. And it was so fucking annoying when that happened.
Well, isn't that something? It certainly is a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Layton, was it? Oh my, just look at how late it's gotten. I really have to run. Do enjoy your time aboard.
You know, sometimes I think it would be kind of cool to go on the kinds of adventures that everybody goes on in the Layton games. You know, I just think it would be interesting, but, you know, I wouldn't want to have to use my brain power, because, you know, I'm too dumb to do the puzzles and shit in real life. Why don't we head back to the dining car now, Luke? I've worked up quite an appetite. The Professor and Luke decide to visit the dining car for a second time. Gosh, I'm just about to keel over from boredom. Sure, the job pays well, but it's so slow, it's painful. I wish I had a job, though. Welcome back, sirs. My deepest apologies for the long wait. Let me show you to your seats. Alright, it's finally time to eat. My sentiments exactly. Wow, look at all these choices. It's enough to make my head spin. Oh, look over there. There's some sort of commotion going on. You call this hot cuisine? I call it slop. You're saying we actually serve this to our customers? I'll remake it right away, sir. Oh yeah, that is a problem if you haven't eaten. Cause like you're definitely ahead of me when it comes to time zones. It's like just after 9:30 right now, where I am. I had dinner a few hours ago. Get that mess out of my sight this instant. But yeah, you should definitely eat something at some point. But of course, I'm very sorry to have disappointed you so. Yeah, it's night noon, so midnight. And another thing, look at these vases in that picture, utterly tacky. Replace them immediately. Yeah, like, when it comes to when I go to bed, I usually go to bed before midnight these days. I used to stay up until 2 in the morning on some nights, but I'm usually just up until around midnight. I usually go to bed around there. Or night noon, as you call it. But yeah, sometimes I go to bed earlier when I can, but I'll probably be going to bed sometime before noon tonight, in my time zone. Anyways. But sir, that piece is a quintessential work by world-renowned... I don't care if the Queen of England painted it. Replace it and be quick about it. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. I'll start making the arrangements at once. Hey, it's that same man we saw earlier. I don't think I've ever seen anyone so bossy. And loud. That would be Mr. Beluga, I believe. It's too bad that picture wasn't to his taste. I think it's marvelous. Ah, speaking of pictures, Luke, have I got a puzzle for you. The drawing below is made up of curved lines that intersect to create curved sections. If you want to color in the entire canvas so that no section touches the side of a section with the same color, what's the fewest number of colors you can use? You can use a color as many times as you want, as long as it doesn't touch any area with the same color. Once you have your answer, tap the input answer icon and enter the number of colors. Well, let's see about this. It's 3. Shit, I didn't mean to hit back. Type in, write a 3, and hit submit.
Let's see if this works. Layton's apprentice strikes again.
Okay, so that's how it works. Expertly solved, Luke. After a puzzle like that and a lovely meal, I could use a break. Let's head back to our room. Hello there. Sorry to interrupt your game, but there's something important you should know. As you progress through the story, some puzzles will disappear from their original locations. These puzzles are then moved to Granny Railton's shack, where you can solve them when you want. Okay, here's the first set of puzzles to be sent to the shack. If no puzzles appear on the next screen, it means there are no unsolved puzzles to send right now. Looks like there is an unsolved puzzle, but I won't worry about it right now. Professor and Luke decide to return to their room in Car 3. Now, what do we have here? My boy, my sweet little boy, you've got to do something right this instant. Search the entire train. Madam, please calm down so I can understand the situation. Oh, Inspector Chelmy, I had no idea you were on board. It isn't Mr. Layton. What are the chances, eh? Well, enough small talk. I have other matters to attend to. Namely, a missing boy. Seems this woman's child has gotten off to somewhere. I don't suppose you've seen him around. No, I don't believe I've seen any young boys. My little boy wandered off, and he hasn't returned yet. I'm simply at my wit's end worrying about him. Gentlemen, I demand that you drop whatever it is you're doing and help me find my boy. She's been going on like this from the moment I walked in. I understand your concern, madam. My friend and I will be glad to lend you a hand in your search. We'll have the best chance of recovering your boy if we set out searching immediately. Yes, that's exactly what I just said. Now go find my boy already. Tell him Mommy's worried about him. Seems the only clues we have to go on are this shoe the tyke left behind and his name Tom. Tried to squeeze more details from the woman, but it's useless. She keeps just demanding I search the entire train. This is one of Tom's shoes? It's positively tiny, isn't it? Yes, I find it quite curious myself, Luke. What's strange is that I don't think most children with feet that size can even walk yet. Alright, so our next mystery is Tom. While riding on the Military Express, Babbitt's little boy, or is it Babette? I don't know. I don't care. Tom manages to disappear. If the shoe he left behind is any indication, Tom must be a very young child. Where could a child that small have wandered off to on his own? The professor and Luke decide to help search for Tom, Babbitt's little boy. Looks like the inspector has a puzzle. It was certainly a surprise to see you on board, Inspector. May I ask what brings you here? During the investigation, we stumbled upon the late doctor's diary. It pages detailed the doctor's final days, which led me to this train. But since this investigation is none of your business, that's all I can tell you, Mr. Layton. Besides, right now, finding that lost child is my top priority. However, you're just gonna stand there with your thumb up your ass, aren't you? However, since all I have to go on is a shoe and a name, this search will be an uphill battle. Luke and I would be glad to offer our assistance in the matter. Oh, I'm sure you would. I've heard about you, Layton. You've got quite the reputation for poking your nose into other people's business. But before I let you in on my case, show me your famous powers of deduction by solving this puzzle. A woman in a shoe store pays for a pair of $30 shoes with a $50 bill. The clerk doesn't have change, so he goes to the shop next door to break the $50 bill. He then gives the woman her change. A while later, the clerk next door comes to the shoe store complaining the bill she got from the shoe clerk was counterfeit. The mortified shoe clerk gives the other shopkeeper a $50 bill of his own in an apology. Both the woman with the fake bill and the shoes she took are gone. In total, how much did the shoe store clerk lose in dollars? Oh, let's see. Okay, apparently I'm being too loud. I didn't have this issue the last few times I streamed, so I guess I need to quiet down a bit. Let's see. Yeah, again, I don't get why they change the currency to US currency when these games take place in Europe. Like, because apparently US citizens would be too dumb to understand that Europe has different currency or some shit. I don't really know how that works. Yeah, I'm just gonna need to remember to not speak as loud this late at night, but like I do it this late at night because it's really the one time of day where people usually leave me alone. And like I said, like my dad thinks this kind of stuff is retarded, so I'd never hear the end of it if I did stuff like this midday, and you know, yeah, I'm usually just free to do whatever without anybody bothering me. At this time of day, so that's why I do it now. It seems your fame isn't entirely undeserved. Nevertheless, this is my case, so I'll be searching for Tom alone. Searching on your own if you like. Search on your own if you like, but don't get your hopes up. Oh man, I am dog food. What's the matter, mister? What? Oh, hey. Okay, so I snuck into my uncle's room and borrowed his camera, right? Thing is, then I dropped it. I've been here trying to find all the pieces for, like, an hour, but I've only found one. It's quite a predicament. Yeah, and if word gets out that about this wrecked camera, I'm gonna get major flack from the boss man. Whoa, brain flash incoming. Dig this. I'm going to give you this busted hunk of junk. You do with it what you want. Just get rid of the thing, will ya? Okay, catch ya on the flip side. What? Hey, come back here! The camera minigame has been added to the trunk, but I'm gonna ignore it. Alright, let's see if she has anything to say. Excuse me, madam. Have you seen a small boy wandering around here? He would be missing a shoe. No, I can't say that I have. Certainly remember if I had seen a shoeless little boy. I see. Well, thank you very... Oh, but while we're on the topic of shoes, maybe you could help out with a little predicament of my own. Here's a maze that's made up of shoes. Your task is to travel from start to goal. You may only travel horizontally or vertically one space at a time, and you must alternate between left and right shoes every step. Also, you may not pass through any of the walls in the maze. Tap each space one at a time to highlight the path you want to take. If you make a misstep, you can deselect the space by tapping it again. So you gotta alternate each time. I think I'm doing it. I think that's right.
And now to test my theory.
Yep, I was right.
And there we have it.
Well, color me surprised. You've gotten quite the noodle under that hat, don't you? Well, of course nobody would be in here. Let's check another car. Like this one. Looks like no one's here right now. Let's check back later. But you have no problem with breaking and entering into other people's rooms. Just not their room. No doubt about it, the Momentary Express is the last word in luxury. Even the crystal is first rate. I'll say, look at this glass! Yes, its etching is quite impressive. Oh, and speaking of glasses, have you heard this one, Luke? Alright. The owner of a 4-star restaurant assigns a young waiter the task of stacking glasses in a decorative way. Eager to please, the young waiter immediately draws 5 separate designs and shows them to the owner. The owner takes one glance at the designs and, with a look of irritation, turns to the boy and cries, "This design is preposterous. What were you thinking?" Which of the 5 designs is the owner talking about? Well, it's obviously this one.
Just leave it to me.
This one's scientifically not possible.
That was almost too easy.
Nicely done, Luke. Now let's move away from the glass, shall we? It wouldn't be all too easy to break it. Alright, anyone here? Okay, she's sleeping, so I'll ignore her. Oh! Is everything alright, miss? I'm just fine, thank you. Excuse me. Say, does that lady seem kind of familiar to you? Yes, now that you mention it, something about her did seem rather familiar. Oh, passenger. Sorry, sir, I didn't mean to get in the way of you using the deck. You're not a passenger too? No, I'm just the mechanic on the train. I ride along with her in case something goes funny. But as you might figure, she's as smooth as butter. Makes my job pretty easy. In fact, I got so much free time that I started making up puzzles. Want to take one for a test drive? Alright, after years of bad business, a local zoo has finally run out of money to feed its animals. Bellies rumbling from days with no food, the animals make a plan to escape the zoo. After prying open the bars on their wrist cages, all the animals attempt to find their way through the maze-like walls of the zoo to the exit. Tap the picture of each animal you think made it safely out of the zoo, and then submit. Tap the picture of each animal you think made it safely out of the zoo, and then tap submit to answer. Just remember, an animal shows its true colors in the wild. It's a good thing I remember the answer here. Wait, what? Did I misread that?
I suppose that's one possibility eliminated.
Okay, I think I misremembered. Crap. Tap the picture of each animal you think made it safely out of the zoo. Lion?
Consider this puzzle solved.
There we go. Guess the others didn't make it out safely.
No gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
I guess I wasn't paying attention to the maze. Sharp thinking, the only animal will safely escape to freedom is the lion. Both the rabbit and the lion will make it as far as the path to the exit. The second the lion spots the rabbit, he's guaranteed to eat it. Yeah, these games can get pretty dark at times. Hey, what's his big idea? Don't you know it's hard to pass time with puzzles when you solve them that fast? Alright, let's go back inside. See if she knows anything about the missing child. Welcome aboard, sirs. May I interest you in I must said invest. May I interest you in a refreshing beverage or a scrumptious snack? Sorry, miss, but right now we are busy searching for our small child. Have you seen a young boy wandering by himself around here? Little boy, huh? Nope, sorry, mister, but that doesn't ring any bells. Ooh, what happened? Did he get lost on the train? Yes, unfortunately, we haven't been able to track down the missing tot. No, I probably shouldn't spread rumors, but hey, I've got nothing else to do. Did you know that there's a weird old lady staying in this car? Yes, it's Granny Riddleton, I know. What if she kidnapped the little one and has him stowed away in her room? No, it's probably not true, but what if? She's just so bizarro, I can't help thinking that. But I can get in trouble for spreading rumors about patrons, so forget I said anything, okay? A strange older lady, huh? I wonder if we've seen her around. Your guess is as good as mine, Luke. But it certainly does make one wonder. Okay, let's... it's Sally. Yeah, sure. That's Babette's room, so let's go back. Let's check the kitchen. What's this? Something's fallen behind those boxes. It appears to be a cap of some sort, but I don't think I can reach it from here. Maybe the cap belongs to Tom. We certainly shouldn't rule out the possibility. Oh hey, since we're on the subject of caps, have you ever heard this one, Professor? Okay, here we got another puzzle. God, these games are full of them. Oh. Gosh, and then the later games just have like a shit ton of them. Okay, let's see. Preschool teacher had everyone in her class close their eyes while none of the students were looking. She slipped caps onto their heads and said, "Okay, everyone, open your eyes and look at the hats all your friends are wearing. Whoever sees 4 or more people wearing red hats gets a red balloon, and whoever doesn't gets a blue balloon. In a class of 10 children, only some of the kids got a red balloon. Knowing this, how many kids went home with a red balloon?" 6.
And now to test my theory.
And no, I'm not fluent in Spanish. I can speak. I understand a few words. Like that's why I took a couple years in high school, but I've got limited knowledge of Spanish. So basically, it's just a bit of what I've learned in high school. I haven't really learned much since then. I've actually forgotten a lot of the shit I learned in high school. So yeah, don't ask me for help with Spanish. Also, I've been trying to learn some Japanese in my free time, but I'm not really motivated enough to keep going with that all the time, unfortunately. Rats! I was sure I could stump you with that one. Better luck next time, Luke. For now, we'd better return to searching for that lost little boy. Oh, right, yep, better get back to that. Now that you mention it, how do you suppose Tom managed to worm his way into such a little space? Good question. Alright. I'm gonna head back to an earlier car. Still nothing. Still no one in here? Looks like no one's here right now. Let's check back later. How much later is later, though? It's what I want to know. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about her. Hello there, Sonny boys. Ever get all knock-kneed and goosebumpy from a terrifyingly hard puzzle? Well, have no fear. The beautiful and clairvoyant Granny Riddleton stands before you, ready to help. I should have known. Who else could this tiny house belong to? Hey, wait a second. What are you doing here, anyway? So you've heard of me, eh, Shorty? Good to know I'm still a hit with the young'uns. What do you mean? Of course I've heard of you. We've met before, remember? Nope. I suspect you've got the wrong granny, boy. Never seen you before. But you're here now, so that means you want to hear my spiel, right? Not really. Oh, no need to be so modest. Allow me to thank you for visiting me by bestowing a little tidbit of information on you. My specialty, you see, is puzzles. Puzzles people forget about? Puzzles people miss? Surely you boys have had a few of those, eh? No need to turn red, it happens to the best of puzzlers. What I do, you see, is I take those poor, lost little puzzles and invite them to come stay with me. I imagine any puzzles you left behind have found their way to my hut as well, if you want to say hello. My hut is empty. Then you clever lads will just have to go out there and find some more puzzles. Now, why don't you take a peek inside the hut and see what's there? I'm not interested. I'm looking for Tom. Okay, so maybe I had to trigger that. Maybe I'm supposed to talk to the chef too. Let's see if this guy has anything to say. Excuse me, sir, have you seen a little boy wandering around with only one shoe? No, I don't believe so. Come to think of it, a couple who was just here was talking about a child. Interesting. Do you have any idea where? Interesting. Do you have any idea where we might find this couple now, my good man? I believe they are staying in the 4th car. May I recommend paying them a visit? Wonderful suggestion. Thank you for your assistance. Come along now, Luke. Let's go drop in on the couple in the 4th car. The professor and Luke decide to search for the couple who saw Tom. Alright. Let's look for those old folks now. They should be in here now. Oh. Whoa there, young fellow. You're in the wrong room. My wife and I are staying here. Dreadfully sorry to intrude, sir, but we are searching for a lost little one. Did you happen to see or hear anything pertaining to this? Oh, sweetie, I think they might be talking about that darling cutie pie who just passed by, remember? Oh yes, he was a cute one, he was. Small and very clever looking, I'd say. So you did see Tom, then? He's been missing a while now. I don't know whether he was a girl or a boy, truth to be told. Tom's a right nice name, though. Pish posh, dear. I bet my best wall walkers it was a girl that passed by our room. Yes, now that you mention it, I had a feeling that scamp might be a girl. But until you stick a ribbon on his head, who can really tell, eh? I'm all turned around. I don't have the faintest idea who we're talking about anymore. What? I hate to say it, but it looks like this hot lead just turned cold, Professor. On the contrary, Luke, we may have stumbled onto some extremely valuable information. What do you mean, Professor? We'll see. First, let's return to the scene of Tom's disappearance. The Professor and Luke decide to return to the site of Tom's disappearance. Well, I've been playing for a while tonight, so I think now would actually be a good point to stop. Unless something happens, I should continue tomorrow. So, yeah. So where we're leaving off now, we are looking for a small child that went missing named Tom. And when I get back to this, we will find out that small child's true identity and why it was so hard to find him. There's not really much else to say at this point. I am getting kind of tired, so I'm just gonna... Yeah, I would say that, like, I haven't really been in that high of spirits for today, but I'll probably be fine in the end. So I think it would be best to just, not drag this on for too long and just end it here.